Alrighty, y'all. How you going? We're looking at some of the best posts ever about Australia across all tons of subreddits. Let's go. It's snowing in Australia at the moment, and it's not every day that you get to see kangaroos hopping in the snow. Oh my god. That is wild. Holy smokes. Look at all of them. What? That is a weird sight because kangaroos are so uniquely Australian. You just don't see this really anywhere else, right? But it's always like some sort of warm, reddish, orange, green environment. You never see snow and kangaroos like in media. That is just not how it's presented. That is wild. Have you ever seen a kangaroo in the snow? I would love to hear from you if you have. I'm going to go out on a limb and say many of you have not. He's 6'9", she's 5'1". Together they patrol Cairns, Australia. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Oh wow. What a more varied species us humans are than people sometimes realize. Think about it. Her eyes are like where his elbows are, basically. Like imagine if you're this guy, you have eyes on your elbows. That is just like two different worlds they live in. I know that sounds crazy, but it is. Their perception of everything is totally different. The way they fit in cars and fit in chairs and everything, like just totally different ball game for these two. But they both patrol the same area. Searching high and low for criminals. You got that right. If they patrol in a motorbike with a sidecar, I'm moving to Cairns. Cairns does look awesome from what I've seen, by the way. Someone says it's an excellent area. The people are exceptional. The beaches are great. The bars are fun. There are a lot of backpackers. They were mostly excited to be there, but a bit stinky if you go buy them some deodorant. On a final note, this guy, 6'9", I have to say, who would you argue has more, like, let's say annoyances or, problems that they might encounter in daily life? Who do you think has more problems? It'd be easy to say, oh, the shorter person, right? They can't reach as much, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think the taller person, because he's so tall, still, I'm about 6'3", and there's been, not much, but a couple times here and there where I've hit my head on something or whatever. So I know I'm too tall for certain scenarios, but I still fit in, normal everyday things, so it's not a big deal. But 6'9", he has got to be like barely fitting in certain, seats, certain cars, all these different things. And if you see in this picture, I mean, he looks like he's taller than the door frame they're standing in front of. So that is not good. Like, I don't have that problem where I can't fit underneath doors. Sometimes people just suck. This, I really feel for this person. This would be so beyond frustrating. This post says, my friend just broke my several million old, I'm assuming that's supposed to say several million year old piece of amber that I got while I was living in Australia. And as you can see, it's quite a, beautiful looking piece, and it doesn't look so hot, does it, when it's just snapped? It's totally snapped in two pieces. That is absolutely terrible. That's not something you can just hot glue back together, right? This is only original once. How do you even do that? Like, what were they doing? Horsing around with it? Like a kid? Like, come on. Interesting comment. Just to think that this is the first time the inside of that amber has touched fresh air for millions of years. That's true. That is mind-blowing, actually. I can't even comprehend that. Let's take a look at this. The parched earth of the Nemoy Riverbed, New South Wales, Australia, getting its first river flow in over 8 months. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Whoa. Look at how dry it was. Drier than dry, where it's all cracked. Oh, so refreshing to watch, right? You just feel for that dry mud, just screaming with joy. Like, oh, finally. That's pretty cool. Wow, talk about freaky. This area of land burnt in Australia, an area of smoke coverage shown as the equivalent area over Europe. So this is the whole burnt area with the smoke included, and it covers almost all of Europe. If that doesn't put in perspective how massive bushfires, wildfires can be anywhere, especially somewhere as dry as Australia, geez, that is just scary. I mean, that is insane. That's got to be actually literally affecting so many different things, including like climate and ash and all these different things. Like, whoa, that's just freaky all across the board. Americans on Reddit, oh God, Australia is so dangerous. Yeah, people are still obsessed with thinking Australia is dangerous. I don't know why. Also, Americans. That sounds about right. Especially in like Louisiana or Florida. Talk about interesting. This is how much food you can get for the price of one pack of cigarettes in Australia. Wow. That is wild. I mean, that's, if anyone knows smoking figures, I would definitely assume that smoking is very minimal in Australia. I would imagine there's not a lot of smokers at all. Not something crazy, like 1 of 4 people or half the country. Yeah, no, I don't think so. If there are avid smokers in Australia, boy, must it cost a fortune. I mean, if you look at this picture, if you're looking for some context, this is a bird bath with a ultra scary snake that has just a wicked pattern on there. And yeah, they said they had wondered why they haven't been getting birds on the bird feeder. It's been extremely hot in this area. So you'd think they'd want to drink. They finally checked. That would be the answer why you're not getting any freaking birds. And he is definitely hogging the bird bath. This is just spectacular. This is petrified wood containing turquoise opal found in Queensland, Australia. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Petrified wood is so cool already. Turquoise is one of my favorites. It's just so beautiful. And the fact that this is turquoise opal, this whole thing is just wild. Australia truly is a gifted place. It has just got some fascinating stuff just right on the ground, like in the earth there. It's remarkable. A green meteor off the coast of Australia? That is wild. The asteroid is made of iron and nickel, which makes it that color when heated to extreme temperatures. That looks like the end. It looks like the end of the world. It's so weird. It's just so flat right in this part, and then total drop off, and then the ocean. It's just, it looks like something from, I don't even play that game, but it looks like something from like Minecraft or like the end of a video game map. That's what it looks like. How does it look like that? That's so weird. Well, if you ever wondered how big crocodiles can get and still haven't seen one, this is just an example of what you can find in Australia. Yeah, you are looking at a double axle trailer here, okay? We're looking at dogs, we're looking at human beings, and look at the behemoth freaking dinosaur that is just chilling right here. Oh my God, that is one of the scariest things on earth. Seriously, these things are prehistoric. They are real-life dinosaurs. I don't care what anyone says. These are absolutely crazy. I can never find the words to describe these. They're just freaky. What the hell, Australia? In America, chips, fries. That makes sense. In the UK, crisps and chips. Yeah, I could see that. In Australia, chips and chips. What the? Rainbow lattice sunstone is an ultra-rare gemstone found only in Australia's Northern Territory. Let's take a look. Holy crap. Whoa. That is unreal. That looks like digital, but it's real. You could tell it's real. It's gotta be. That is insane. I'm telling you, Australia has some crazy stuff. It never ceases to amaze me. If that showed up in a movie, it would be a piece of alien technology that destroys half the planet when a tech billionaire tries to integrate it into his app. So be careful with it. Yeah. No kidding. So this is just another day at the cafe in Australia. I know you guys have huge, cafe culture, right? Getting coffees, going to the cafe. Yeah. That's Australia. What is this at the Sydney Opera House? Looks like a beautiful day. What? Wash hands? Damn, that's skill. That looks like hella legit. How the hell do they do that? Apparently, this is a thing at www.skywriting.com/au or .au. I wonder what the cost is for that, right? Like, they write that. How long does that last in the air? And I wonder how much it costs. Wow, some roads in Australia are so long and boring that they have trivia signs to keep drivers alert. They are marked with this fatigue zone moniker at the top. And keep playing trivia. It may save your life. Question, floral emblem of Queensland. Anyone know? Anyone? Fatigue zone again. Answer the Cooktown orchid. There you go. They even have an answer sign. Probably, I don't know, a kilometer or two down the road. That's interesting. To be fair, you could fall asleep and it would be a couple hours before you crashed into anything important. That's one way to look at it. But yeah, I wondered how it even became a thing. Like, what's the story with it? Well, it says that Outback Steakhouse was founded in Tampa, Florida, by 4 Americans who had never visited Australia. They simply saw an opportunity to ride the wave of popularity of all things Australian following the 1986 film Crocodile Dundee. Their concept was American food and Australian fun. See, I didn't even know that they just straight up admit American food with an Aussie theme. That is really weird, quite frankly. I mean, I guess for people that care, it's kind of cool to have an Australian theme restaurant, I guess. But it would kind of, for me, be better to have an Australian theme and have, like, Australian food. That would be really cool. For some reason, that's just not a thing here. As much diversity and culture and food, like millions of different food options we have in the U.S., there's just not really Australian restaurants. It's really weird. But hey, you know what they do have? Bloomin' onions. So this is the definition of getting your weather forecast hacked in Australia? Let's take a look.
The horse capital of Australia, but I was yet to find a horse, so I thought I should hot-foot it up.
Oh my God, who is that?
And check out
Oh
beautiful.
Is that Chris Hemsworth?
Heard you talking about looking for some horses. There's a bunch down here actually, which I've noticed in the paddock.
You want to help me out?
Yeah, let's mispronounce all of these. All right, Cairns, possible shower 28. Townsville, sunny, good. Been here all year and it's been fantastic being with the family and laying low and keep an eye on the horses back there.
That's pretty funny. I don't know where he came from, but he came up and said, you know what? I'll take it from here. What are you going to do? Say no to Thor? Wow, I can't believe someone posted this on the interesting subreddit because I see this all the time. This is from Dark Sky Maps. I use this app all the time for weather. And this is the temperature map, and it shows how hot places are at the time you're looking. Well, yes, I've said this before. I'll say it again. For anyone that doesn't know, there is a lot of variability in a lot of continents, a lot of countries, a lot of regions when it comes to weather. You have parts of the U.S. that are really, really hot, and then you have parts of the U.S. that are kind of in the middle. Then you have parts of the U.S. that are really, really cold. Well, Australia, the whole damn thing is scorching hot. There's the proof. It's the only continent that shows up like this on these maps at any given day, especially in like spring or summer. It is the only place that turns that dark brown in color, which means it's hot as hell. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that dive into some of the best top-rated posts on Reddit about Australia ever. Throw a like on there if you did. Of course, subscribe to be part of this amazing community. I would love to hear what you had to say about those, and I'll see you in the next one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until then, I'll catch you later.